It's like, I'm gonna be honest, like there's a few things that you said that I was just like, I never did that. I didn't try that.
Hey guys, so in this video, I interview Layton Butler. If you don't know who he is, don't worry. Layton Butler is an absolute beast in social media marketing. He runs a profitable six-figure marketing agency, okay? In this video, we're gonna cover what he would do if he had to start all over from scratch and spend $0 to make his first $10,000, right? And if that sounds something like you could absolutely use and you can absolutely implement, make sure you get a pen and paper. You might want to take some notes on this because he drops absolute nuggets and he actually gives you a little bit of his secret sauce at the very end of how he actually scales his business and how he does it for his, for his students. So this is purely educational. Watch it to the very end. I look forward to seeing what you guys think and how you guys can implement this in your business, or if you guys want to start this journey. Okay, let's get to it.
Hey everyone who's watching. So basically my name is Leighton. I run a marketing agency called The Dominant Agents, as well as a software company called Orchardly. The Dominant Agents, basically we just help real estate agents with Facebook ads. It's not just Facebook ads. I know people, especially in the marketing world, tend to just say, hey, we're going to run ads for you, send you leads. It's basically a full service real estate marketing suite. So what it is we get the leads from Facebook, both buyers and sold leads. And then we not only forward it to the agent, but we also put it right into our CRM where automated text emails go out to start nurturing the lead in under 3 minutes. So that's what we do at The Dominant Agent.
On a side note, this is actually really funny. I don't know if I've ever told you this like in person, but you're like the first person who actually helped me get started with like marketing and Facebook and just,
oh shoot,
yeah, like you legit. I'll comment, bro. Thank you very much. But
no problem.
I can put the situation. I remember, I think when I first started, like I think the first person I legit worked on was a lady named Cherie or Sherelle or something. And it was like
yeah. I remember
in
her,
Atlanta.
Yeah.
It was she was in Atlanta, Georgia, and I remember. It was just hilarious that like when I got her and we started working and you were like, yo, I'm actually from there. Like, don't like do this. And you're like walking me how to do it. And then we and it was crazy because that was the first time I actually like dealt with like investing in myself. I remember like, I think like we had like a consulting thing.
Here's the thing with online business, and it goes like this, honestly. If you treat it like a business, it pays like a business. If you treat it like a hobby, it pays like a hobby. So if you're working, let's say, a full-time job, 40 hours a week, 9 to 5, and then you come home and think that you're going to spend 1 hour a day on your business, and you expect it to pay you $1,000 for that 1 hour a day that you spend, you want it to make $1,000 or $2,000 a week, it's not going to happen. You're not going to become a millionaire overnight if you're treating your business like a hobby, and spending an hour or two is not enough. My puppy is like fidgeting. But then at the same time, like for me, when I really made the transition, when I realized, hey, I need to treat this like a full-time business, and started budgeting my time out right and setting up a schedule for myself. Like if I work, I basically now I work a 9 to 7 for myself. It's not a 9 to 5 anymore. It's a 9 to 7. Because I have calls straight till like 6:30. I have calls from 9 o'clock in the morning till 6:30 at night. And that's when you start seeing progress. That's when you start closing a deal or two every other day. And that's when you actually start making money online. So like as far as challenges, I would say, yes, there are a lot. You're going to have to learn technical stuff. You're going to have to master ads if you're going that route, if you're doing drop shipping or any other online business that requires you to run ads. So you're going to have to know how to spend on Facebook or on YouTube or whichever method you're using. And then also, depending if you're running an agency like me and Raf, we've dabbled in the agency space for the past couple of years. Then you definitely need to know how to sell and sell, not only sell your product, but sell yourself. Because if someone likes your product but doesn't like you, they won't buy.
True.
So that's the truth. If I was starting from scratch, me personally, and what I'll do is, because I think I would do it differently, just because of how I am. I know how I am as a person, so not everyone's going to have the same mindset I am. I hate working for people. I've done it a couple times. I will never work for anyone ever again. If I have to go beg, I will prefer to beg than to work for someone else. That's how bad it is, right?
I don't know if they're gonna want to beg, but
but I mean, shoot, yeah, like it's that bad. But let's like being realistic now. Like if I was talking to someone, like I'll give you an example. One of the persons who mentored me, his name is James Brinker. What James did. So I will tell people to do what James did when he was switching models. He basically went and just like he went to someone who he saw a need. He knew a guy that owned like a dealership, a car rental dealership. He saw a need for content for that person, did it for free for months. And because of the connections that that person had, they were able to set him up with a lot of the people that rented the cars, who turns out were a lot of celebrities. And because of that, he did a lot of free work. So he did free work for months, learned the skills that were required to really be good. And then once he got good, and the persons, he saw, the people saw his work, and he shared it with them. He said, hey, I can do this for you too. And then he started pitching. So my advice would be, especially if you're younger and, money isn't, because for a lot of younger people, they might still live with their parents, or they might not have as many bills. Number one rule, like financial tip, do not move out. I know a lot of us want freedom. So realistically, like stay with your parents for as long as you can, or stay wherever. If your living situation is cheap, stay where you are for as long as you can. Save as much money as you can. Go and work for somebody. Do some free work if you need to, if it needs to be free work. And if you do the work well, no one's going to let you keep doing free work. They're going to start paying you at some point if you're doing a good job. So go do some free work and learn what you need to do from wherever you can. Now, that's if you're taking maybe that approach. For some people, you might be like me and you don't want to do that. Then in that case, get a day job for a little bit, and you commit to yourself and say, hey, I need to leave this job in about 6 months to a year. Get a day job that is cash intensive, something that will give you a lot of cash that you can invest. And again, stay in the same living situation so it's really cheap. And then use that cash to self-educate. So if you need to buy some courses, go buy some courses. If you need to, binge YouTube every night when you get home from work, binge YouTube all day, binge YouTube on break, because there's a lot of free content that works on YouTube. There are a lot of people are selling really crappy courses, so you'll really have to filter. Like you'll have to filter what you buy, but there are some really genuine people that will sell you courses that are, that have good content or are not super overpriced. Now, that being said, I do know like a lot of the best courses I've bought in the past year have been in the 5K plus range, to be honest with you. So they're getting like the really good ones are really expensive, to be honest with you. But if you can buy an affordable course, or even like on Udemy, there are some solid courses. A lot of people sleep on how effective Udemy's courses are. But Udemy is like a $10 course site. You can get courses for like $10 3 times or 4 times throughout the year. So go on Udemy, save a couple $100 and like buy as much courses as you can and just learn. And then once you learn, you get the basics, do some testing on your own perhaps. And then once you've gotten the basics down, then you can figure out what model it is that you actually want to take. The thing is too, different models appeal to different people. If you can't talk to people on the phone, you're not a naturally salesy person, probably SMMA might not be for you. But if you can learn how to write effective copy using a course, and learn how to sell products online, because like drop shipping, for example, or affiliate marketing, then that might be a niche that you can consider. So for 2 types of people, if you don't mind working for someone else and you get along with people very well, then maybe go work for someone for free. If you're like me, you're more of an introvert and you don't really like working for people, work for someone for half a year, but set a goal for yourself that's like, say, by the end of the 6 months, I need to be able to leave. Don't stop partying, because honestly, that's one of the most stupid things I used to do. I didn't party hard either, but I would go out with friends like every weekend and maybe just go play bowling, or go to the arcade, or I don't know, roller skating, go buy some drinks and some food. On a big financial tip, learn to say no to your friends, and you will lose some friends because of it. I'll be honest with you, I've honestly lost a lot of the people that I used to hang with. In 3-4 months, you can literally change your life in 3-4 months if you do it the right way.
Yeah.
So I guess that would be my advice. Number one, stay with your parents as long as you can. Stay in a cheap living situation and save and invest into yourself. Number two, don't go out and party a lot. Don't waste a lot of money partying. Number three, go work for someone who is above your mentor. Find a mentor and work for them for free. And if you once you start learning the skills that they require and you get good at it, they will start to pay you, and that will also set you up for connections. And then number four, if you don't want to do the mentor route, like I didn't really want to do the mentor route, go and it's a normal job and then buy courses, self-educate, and learn the skills that are necessary to start a business.
I love it. I love it.
If you're just to talk straight strategy, you're going to break up your outreach into three core things. Number one, you're going to cold call. People hate it, but you need to learn to do it because it will teach you how to talk to people on the phone, and how to have the right tone and how to stay calm while you're on the phone and not really stress about it. So cold calling, like once you really get the numbers going, the first 2 or 3 times, yeah, you're going to be nervous when you're going to be anxious to pick up the phone. But once you actually make a sale from it, like you're not even going to care about being nervous anymore because money comes when you pick up that phone. And really what you're doing is just telling people about you. Probably offer, a trial or something like that. I know a lot of people don't like the trial idea, but truthfully, that's the best way to get case studies. Go ahead and offer them a trial, get some case studies, and then ask them, give them a discount if they want to continue on. And you can make a couple $100 that way. It doesn't have to be a free trial. You can do a paid trial. A lot of people don't talk about paid trials, but you can do a paid trial for like, $300 total, and you take $150 and put $150 into ad spend, and you still made $150, right? But at the same time, you're also getting knowledge, and you're also giving them the condition that if you're doing a trial, you're going to get a testimonial. The testimonial is going to be more valuable to you than that $150 ever will be. So that's what you want to do. I would do that until I get like 3 or 4 testimonials. So that's number one. Number two, cold messaging on Facebook. The thing with cold messaging, it's become a little saturated. So there's a right way and a wrong way to do it. And I'll break down the same thing for Leighton. So what you're going to do is that and you can do this on both Facebook and Instagram. On Facebook, it's a little easier because what you can do is go into Facebook groups that relate to your niche and just start adding the people in the group, like literally add them to your friends list. While you're adding them, you need to make sure that your profile is optimized so that it converts. So what you want to do, number one, don't have a party looking picture of or immature looking picture of you on your Facebook. It would be advisable to have a very nice, clean cut picture of yourself, maybe in a suit if you have a suit. If you don't have a suit, just wear a nice dress shirt with, button down. And if you don't have a suit, don't wear a tie with your dress shirt. I see a lot of people making that mistake. Open the top button and keep the rest clean. For the guys, for the women, just dress nicely because I know some women also are interested in starting items.
Yeah.
So you do that. You optimize your Facebook profile. Put something to the effect of whatever you can help the niche that you're working with in business. So, like for example, if you go to my Facebook profile right now, you'll literally see I help realtors make 6 figures using Facebook ads. And that's something that that has started a lot of conversations for me. But I add a lot of people just randomly that are agents, that are real estate agents. And because of that, my pipeline, a lot of the people that I add, they get added to my friends list. I post consistently. I might post real estate memes to help my engagement score go up on Facebook. And then they're going to interact with those. And then also they're going to take a look at my profile again once they've added me. And they're going to see, oh, I help real estate agents do this. They're going to message you. And you can message them too once you add them. But don't be salesy on the first go. Just ask them maybe how their week is going, how's business been, etc. And then, maybe if you can judge the situation, if they're being short with you, don't cold message them. Just keep it short and casual and say, all right, awesome. It was a pleasure connecting with you. And, I hope that we can see each other's posts or something like that, and keep it casual. But if you see like they're saying, so I saw on your profile, this, what do you do? Can you help me? Then that's someone that you might want to go ahead and pitch. So don't be pitchy right off the bat. People hate it. On LinkedIn, then what you want to do is you basically, and then this is where people get it wrong. A lot of people get this LinkedIn automation software and they kind of just spam everyone. I'll be honest, I was guilty of it too at one point, but the thing is, I made sure my messages didn't look too spammy. And another mistake people make is to pitch on the first call. if I have a realtor friend, and I ask him every once in a while to check his LinkedIn and just send me some of the screenshots that are in there, some of the conversations that are in there. And he gets like, the last time he logged in, he had 40 pitches waiting for him. 40 first message pitches. It was like, hey there, Marty. His name is Marty. So he's like, hey there, Marty. I just came across your profile. I thought it looked pretty interesting. Thanks for connecting with me. Do you think that you need this much viral leads every single month? I can provide this for you. They don't know who he is. They don't know if he even has the money to do it. They have not built any rapport. And that's a problem a lot of people make starting out. What I would do now if I was going back and I had to start on LinkedIn, add them, connect with them, say thanks so much for connecting. I hope your business is doing well this year. Wish them well. I wouldn't go into directly talking about I can help you with this. What I would do is instead I would give it a couple of days once you've connected with them. On LinkedIn, or you have some softwares that allow you to scrape the emails and the phone numbers from LinkedIn. I would actually scrape the emails, then send them an email. So you do it, you approach them on a different medium now, where you send them an email and say, hey, just a quick question for you. And so you kind of mix cold messaging with cold email here. And you say, I have a quick, but it's not really cold anymore because now you've done the initial intro on LinkedIn. You've had a chat with them. And now what you're doing is that you're actually warm emailing them because now they remember who you are. So, hey, I remember we connected a couple of days ago on LinkedIn. I just wanted to reach out to you and say, hey, see if you need any help with any of your lead gen. That's all I do for real estate agents and helping agents to be niche to this. Or at that point, just ask them, do you need any help with any lead gen for your business? And they'll respond and say, no, I'm fine, thanks. Or, yeah, can you tell me some more about what you do? And then you tell them, I help agents do this, and this is how I do it. When do you have time for a quick 10-minute intro call? And then you have that.
I feel you.
And another mistake, a lot of people try to sell on the first call. Yeah. I used to try and one call close people. It doesn't work very well. Don't do it anymore. Like, don't do it. It just makes it. Why would you? Would you have some, like, if I called you out of the blue, Raf, and said to you, can I? This is what we have to offer. I hear how your budget is. This is going to cost you $2,000. Are you ready to get started? You're not going to give me a card. It just doesn't make sense. You don't know who I am. So they never try to one call close anymore. Have one or two calls, intro calls, where you just talk to them and learn some more about their business, tell them a little bit about what you do. And then if it sounds like you can actually help them, then you book a demo call where you walk through the whole process. And then on LinkedIn, you do that with cold email, with the people that don't respond to the email, then you go ahead and call them, you give them a ring and say, hey, remember we connected on LinkedIn all the day, it's Leighton. And they're like, oh, yeah, I remember we chatted for a little bit. How's it? You have a chat with them. And say, yeah, so, the reason I was calling you is because I saw that you're in real estate, and that's why I connected with you as well. And, I just wanted to reach out and see if you need any help with your lead. And then it can go from there. So those three things, like cold calling to get some free, some trials. It doesn't even have to be a free trial. Again, it can be paid. Facebook messaging and adding people from groups and really getting them into your profile funnel. One of my buddies, Joshua Gavin, teaches profile funnels, and it's really, really effective. But I've been doing that too, even before he had what we call a profile funnel. Just optimizing your profile the right way. And then lastly, of course, using LinkedIn and warm messaging and warm calling people. That's going to be super effective as well. Once you have the case studies, and your trials don't have to be long. It can be week-long trials or 2-week-long trials. It doesn't have to be very long. You get those done, you get the case studies, you start pitching more and more people. And know because you have the case studies, you can actually pitch at 1,000 or 1,500 and start closing people. But what my next step is to run ads. Because now that you have the case studies, you know what you're doing. I would put about $500 into ads, and you can do it two ways. You can run them through a 3-step funnel, which is VSL. I would honestly skip the opt-in page because some people like to use an opt-in page before they get to the VSL to collect emails. You lose 60% or 70% of your traffic right there. It's not worth it. Let them watch the VSL because they don't know who you are. They've put their emails into stuff. They don't want to get spam. Let them see the VSL. So the first step of your funnel, you can have an opt-in page or a VSL. I would skip the opt-in, go straight to the VSL. Show them how your process works, but not how to. Show them what you're doing, but not how it works. So show them what and why you're doing. So this is what I'm doing. Step 1, we're doing this. Here's some social proof of what that looks like. So let's say we're running ads for realtors. Here's some social proof. And this is probably one of the biggest nuggets that I'm going to talk in this video. Because if you apply a funnel like this, there is no way you can fail. So step one, you have the VSL. The first part of the VSL. Step one of the VSL. I'm Leighton. Welcome to my quick breakdown of how exactly I help real estate agents get tons of Facebook leads and get 1 or 2 more closings every month. Step one. Step one, I run Facebook ads that attract qualified prospects. We know all the targeting, we know how to write proper ad copy, etc., etc. Here's what that looks like when done right. Bam. Case study, excuse me, and then throwing a testimonial. Step two, we start the nurturing process we send the leads to a CRM so you can build a database, yada, yada. We start the nurturing process. Here's what that looks like. You show lead forwarding screenshots. You show screenshots of leads in the CRM. You show how you started the nurturing process. You show some of the texts, the emails that are going on. And step three, we help, on the back end, we give you the scripts and whatever to engage the people the right way. And then we show you some text messages of actual conversations between the leads and the agent. That's what they want to see. And then you show them that. And you're like, would you like, or no, at this point, we've shown you our whole system. You know what we're doing. You might not know exactly how to do it, but you know what we're doing. If you'd like us to set up a system like this for you, then go ahead and book a call. That's the part where you funnel. It's a call booking page or a call book, or maybe just an embedded calendar form right now. In the same page, you want to have some testimonials so that then all those video testimonials or those picture testimonials you've gotten, you want to plug them in to both the VSL as well as the sales page. And that way, they can see that you're not BSing them. They can see that you're actually, showing them everything that you're doing the right way. They book a call with them. You have that intro call. So the third page is a confirmation page. And then you say to them on that confirmation page, thanks for booking a call. I hope you enjoyed the thorough breakdown of the whole system. And I'm looking forward to having a chat with you. Now, if you can't make the call, and I always do this just because people like to know too sometimes, people don't like respecting other people's time. So I'll say, if you can't make the call, please just shoot me a message to let me know. I don't want to call and not be there. So if you can't be there, just let me know, just so that I don't have to waste my time. And I really appreciate you booking the call. And then you end. Wow. That's the end of your funnel. But that funnel, like a funnel like that, I've combined that. I've taught that to a couple students too. I have like one guy, Daniel, who is like 17. He's still in high school. He's doing AP classes in college. He's doing like 5 or 6K a month while he's in college and high school at the same time. So, and I have another student, Uri, who's doing like 7 or 8K a month, doing that same thing. I have another student, Michael, literally just came in like 2 weeks ago into one of my programs, taught him that funnel, closed our client his first week. Start paying for ads. And then that's where you're really going to scale, because now you're moving from organic to where people are coming to you. And there's a big shift in mentality now. Instead of I'm going out to them, I'm seeing if you need help. People are opting in actively and saying, yeah, I do need help with this. I want this kind of system set up for me. How much is it going to cost me to set this up? You give them a fair price that they can actually afford. You show them what it's done in the past, they're going to buy. And that's where you start going from closing a deal every 2 or 3 weeks to closing 2 or 3 deals a week. And that's where you're going to scale to a 6-figure agency. But with that in mind, or our 7-figure agency, with that in mind, though, you're also going to have to treat it like a business. You're going to have a lot more calls to take. You can't be doing all the fulfillment yourself. You're going to need to hire. Yeah. You're going to need to start outsourcing. But that's, if I had to start over, that's what I would do if I did it again.